Making money with crochet comes with one big problem. There's only so many things you can make with your hands. You can charge more. You could crochet faster, but eventually you hit a limit. So, what if you can grow your business without spending hours crocheting everything you sell? Or maybe you're just being nosy about what crochet magic I'm about to whip up today. Either way, stick around because I'm about to try something I've never done before. Not crochet patterns. I'm talking about actual physical products made specifically for people who love crochet. Things like project bags or pillows. Things I can sell alongside everything I sell in my online shop. And that is where this comes in. ProColor is sponsoring today's video, and they sent me their ProColored K13 Lite DTF printer to try out. It lets me make my own designs and put them into all types of projects. And no, I'm not telling you that you need to buy one of these. Just watch the cool things that I'm going to try to do with it and see for yourself. But I've never used anything like this before, and I want to find out two things. How good can I actually make these products look, and could this really become another income stream for my crochet business? So let's try it out. All right, so here's the plan. I don't want to just print a bunch of random stuff to see if this machine works. I want to make things that I would actually use or that another crocheter might actually want. So first, we're going to be making a project bag because what crocheter doesn't need another bag to shove their yarn into? And then we are going to make a t-shirt that I would probably actually wear. And finally, I'm going to try to make a pillow because apparently having yarn all over my house isn't enough. I need to now crochet decor too. So if any of these turn out good enough, I might actually put some of them in my online shop and see if anybody will buy them. But first, we have to design it. First, we're going to open up ProColored Studio Lite. You can easily import any of your designs. Just find your favorite image, then click OK. Below, you can adjust the size of your design to fit within any one of your projects. Make sure you center the image the way you like it, and all you have to do is click print and your work is sent directly to the printer. Now, it doesn't print directly on the bag. It prints onto a special film, and watching the image slowly appear, it was kind of cool. You see the colors go down and the white layer, and I'm thinking I can kind of see how this is working. But before it goes onto the bag, there's still the powder and the oven that we have to use. Now we're going to apply the powder. I like to use a container for this one to avoid mess and so I can reuse the powder. This powder coats the printed design with adhesive, which is what helps the design stick to the fabric when the heat is pressed into it. You want the design covered. Shake off the excess and then it's ready for the oven. I'm using the heat resistance gloves that ProColored included so I don't burn my hands while I'm handling the heated film. Now it goes into the ProColored smokeless oven. This step cures the powder so the design is ready to be bonded to the bag when we heat it with the press. Alright, now let's keep going. Once you pull the design out of the oven, the back of it should have like an orange peel texture. That's when you know you've done it correctly. And here is what it looks like so far. So now we're one step closer to putting this on our bag. But before we do, I want to show you the ProColor heating press. You don't need one of these if you already have a heating press, but let me show you its digital screen up close and what some of these buttons do. The heating press is pretty intuitive. Here's the power button. Here's the timer. You can adjust it to any time that you want and then just press the button and set it. And over here is the temperature button. Turn it to the recommended temperature, and once again, you press it and you set it. What we need to do first is heat up this canvas and iron out any wrinkles. I already got my gloves that they provided me because this machine gets pretty hot. So I'm just going to turn it off to the side. Place it on. And all I have to do is press start. And it just goes down on its own. And after 5 seconds, it'll beep and raise back up. All right, I think I got this ready for the transfer. We are going to put it down, the orange peeled side down. Make sure you have it lined up exactly the way you want it. Nice and centered. And a step you don't want to forget. Put your Teflon paper over top of it. They provide you with that also. And now we're going to heat this up into the recommendations. Ooh, I have to check it real quick. It's on this card that they gave us. So I'm using canvas and at 100 and, what is it? All right, looks like it's all done. Now we're just going to let this cool. Now I use the provided cooling block to help speed up the cooling process. All you do is rub it across the top and it helps it cool. And now I'm ready to peel to see how it looks. This looks so professional, better than what I thought it would be. And here is the look of my finished bag. I think it turned out nice, but we're not done yet. Let's try it on a shirt and a pillow. Now that I actually got to use the Procolored K13 Lite DTF printer, so what do I think? Well, what actually surprised me was how easy it was to use after the initial setup. I was a little intimidated when I first started because I didn't know exactly what I was doing, and the setup process was a little bit scary, but they have like these step-by-step tutorials on their website, and if you do get stuck, they have customer service where they will walk you through the whole process so you can get it set up. So after the first print, a little wobbly, but once I got through print 2 and 3, it was pretty much easy. So let's take a peek at what I've made. So first up is the tote bag, where it is the skull with the yarn and knit crochet flowers with a knitting needle and crochet hook. It turned out pretty nice. Only thing that I noticed my mistake was I need to learn how to put things in the middle, like center them. I should definitely use a ruler or something next time to make sure I center my projects better. Next up is, okay, we put the ProColor printer to test with this shirt. It turned out great. Don't get me wrong, I bought the wrong size shirt. So this shirt is super small and super tight. So with this shirt being like squeezed across my body, the transfer, it stretches with the material, so I will give it credit for that. I didn't think that would be possible. It's my fault for buying such a small top, but I can say it's stretchy and it feels good on the skin. All right, next up is the pillow I made. Don't laugh at it. This is completely my fault. The transfer came out absolutely beautiful, but I used it on an 18 by 18 pillow. And the film roll, actually, I think it's only 12 or 13 inches. I'm not sure, but I'll put the correct number on the screen. So make sure whatever you print, make sure it will fit the way you want it within your product. And it doesn't look cheap. It doesn't look homemade. Because you know how sometimes you can look at the edges on some transfers and you can see that edge around it and it looks bad. These look like they're professionally made. Can a beginner use this? Actually, I think a beginner can use it because, one, I'm a beginner. The whole process was simple. Set it up on your computer, send it to the printer, it prints out. You stick it in the oven and then you press it and you have awesome products. But before I make you think like this is the most amazing thing and it doesn't require any maintenance, this isn't just for casual use. This requires daily maintenance. I will have to nozzle cleaning and then I have to do a line strip test to make sure things are okay and keeping up with it. So this is not maintenance free. Would this work for my crochet business? If you guys ever watch me, if not, that's okay. I create crochet patterns and those things take time. So let's talk about the price. This thing is not cheap. I'm being honest with you. And this is not for like the occasional shirt or project bag or pillow. This is probably a more machine than you would need if that's what you want to make. This machine is for somebody who are sellers, who regularly produce merchandise. This isn't just for the average Joe. My biggest negative about the ProColor printer is the price, but for the money, it's definitely worth its price. I only say that for those who are occasional bag, project, or t-shirt makers. This is not for you. For the price of somebody who actually sells physical products, yes, this is definitely worth it. Like I said, I would use it in my online shop any day. If you actually watch me use this and you're thinking, okay, I could actually see this making sense for my business, I'll leave a link to the ProColor K13 Lite DTF printer down below so you can check it out for yourself. And if you want to save, make sure you use the code from ProColor to get their great discount. Now tell me, which one of these things I made was your favorite?